Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to come on real quick and do a review of the Visconti Mirage Mythos. I have two here. The first one I did show in my currently inked for March, and this is the Apollo. And the Apollo is in a fine point. And the Poseidon, which I bought yesterday, this is a medium point. So I'll show you what comes in the box. It's not really much, but it is a nice box. Has the Visconti and the V's throughout. And here the pen came in the sleeve here, it's plastic sleeve. And there's a booklet. So we just have some warranty information, some information on the My Pen system, some other pens, Divina, Voyager, nice looking pen. Eco, I've never even seen that one. Van Gogh, some of the others, Homo sapiens, and the Machina. So just that booklet and this nice fold over system here. This doesn't come up or anything. So that's all that's in the box. No ink cartridges or anything, but it did come with a converter, which is always good. So here's the fine point that I did show in, like I said, in my curly inked video. This is the Apollo. Make sure we focus here. So it has your standard Ponte Vecchio clip. Make sure I'm in focus here. And it's a magnetic cap. There's a V down there at the end finial. Nothing at the top finial, but the hinge for the clip. At the band, there's this Mythos. And there's a V there that it said it was stylized to look like Mount Olympus. Very pretty. It says Visconti there. Visconti on the other side. There are some facets here. One facet here, and another one. So there are three. And they're on the cap as well. And they do line up. Cap is magnetic. Just posts pretty well. And it's not back weighted. So if you're a poster, it'll work. And it's the posting is magnetic as well. Not that secure, but it does work. If you push it down a little bit more, it holds a little bit tighter. The section is matte. And it has some nice Greek banding there at the end of the section. And this is, as I said, is a fine nib. These are Schmidt nibs. There's feed. And there's the converter. Nice Visconti converter. And the one thing I think I mentioned this in my currently inked video that I liked about this is that these indentations right here. There's one there. There's another one. So there are two of them. No, there are three of them. The three little indentations that match up with some nubs right there. So it hooks on and it stays put. And the capping, the magnet for the cap is pretty solid. And the same thing with the Poseidon. The nice thing about the Poseidon is that it's a matte finish with some dark trim. Has the same facets, same V at the end. It's all the same except for the trim and the satin finish. And to a number 6 Schmidt nib. This is a medium. So I'm going to do some writing samples and show you how these perform. I bought this one at the Baltimore Pen Show. They retail for $159. And I bought this yesterday at Pen Boutique. They had some in stock, so this wasn't in my plan. I placed another order with Pen Boutique, and I just happened to overhear that they had just received a shipment. So I was looking for this pen for a while. It was out of stock in most places, but I just happened to be at the right place at the right time to hear that they had a shipment in. Otherwise, I probably would have missed it. So I'm very happy to have this. So do some writing samples. Zoom in here a little bit. So this one is inked with ancient copper, and this is how ancient copper looks on the paper. So we have the Visconti Mirage Mythos. This is the Apollo, and they are named after Greek gods. It's a fine steel nib. It's just a lovely writer. I love this fine nib. I have been taking this out of my case that I carry to work since I bought it. So it's pretty much been with me every day. And writes nicely in reverse. I use this pen a lot when I was studying for my PMP certification. So when I would study the formulas, I would write sometimes, the right way around. And if I wanted to write a little note to myself, I would put it in reverse. And I was able to write thinner and smaller. So I really love this fine Schmidt nib. It's just right up my alley. So that's the Apollo. And I'll put the specs and everything on the screen probably at the end of the video. So now we'll get into the medium point. So again, we have the Visconti Mirage Mythos. And the section is very comfortable. It feels a little slipperier with my left hand, but that's just probably how I grip differently with my two hands. And this is a medium steel nib. And while I was at Pen Boutique, I don't know if you watched my 8-pen questions, but one thing I said I was lacking was samples and Colorverse ink, and they just happened to have a freebie table. So I got me a sample of Colorverse ink. So I finally have a sample, and I finally have some Colorverse. And this is Colorverse Bow Shock. Nice blue with some red sheen. And again, this one is ancient copper. I forgot to write it down. Diamond ancient copper, which has a lot of nice shading. So this nib does have some give to it, but no line weight variation. It's nice in reverse as well. It's kind of a thick, wet medium with this Bow Shock ink, but very nice. I do prefer the fine point a lot more than the medium, but that's just because I prefer fine points over mediums. I just didn't want to get the same nib. So I think for this pen, I'll use probably some sheening inks at some point. And when I said it, I was thinking about J.R. Bond, Emerald de Chevaux. but I can't put that in every pen. If I could put it in every pen, I probably really would. But that's all I really wanted to say about these two pens. I just wanted to mostly show you how they wrote and just really just talk about how much I really love this pen. I saw Grace's review on this. She has this exact pen, and she also inked hers with ancient copper. So that was kind of my inspiration for this one. I just really love ancient copper in this. And I'm pretty pleased with this Colorverse ink. Again, it's my first Colorverse ink, so I think hopefully I'll get some more. I don't know if I'll get any more Beauchoc, but I do want to try some of their shimmery Galaxy inks. I almost bought some yesterday, but I said, oh, I spent enough money, so I just went with this pen. And I did buy some other pens that I'll review. I bought a couple of crosses and a Monteverdi Ritma in walnut. So at some point I will do a review on those as well. But I just wanted to let you know what I thought about these really quickly. The Orioles are about to play, so I'm going to cut this short. So before I leave, I just want to quickly thank everyone that's been subscribing. A lot of new subscribers in the last couple of months. I am getting close to 1,000. And I think last month was my 2-year YouTube pen anniversary. So I just wanted to thank everyone that's kind of stuck by me, new and old. I appreciate you all. And I also wanted to thank everyone that's been using my Pen Boutique coupon. I'm kind of blown away by all the people that have been using that. I had no idea that people would use that, but I do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be able to bring some new pens on from that. And I also want to start doing some giveaways as well to give back. So until next time, I hope you're all doing well, and I will catch you later. Take care.